Good morning. This is Cynthia, your lupus activist here, and I'm here with my sidekick.
Yo,
And I want to actually talk about something that I seen online yesterday that kind of disturbed me a little bit. And I saw that people were talking about how lupus patients were self medicating by alcohol and drugs. Do you believe that?
that is out of this world. I mean, that's unethical. Unethical to begin with. I don't know which word to use, but it's bad. You shouldn't be self medicating. It's dangerous. Could kill you.
Well, that's funny you said that because that's what they were saying on the uh, post that I seen yesterday, and comments were being made about how these people they know people who are doing it, and they are sort of kind of giving up in regards to having lupus and becoming alcoholics and drug addicts. I was so surprised by the comments that were being made because we've said in the past that lupus is a mystery disease and that it's not even, clear on what it really is. We know what it does, but we don't know what it really is. And they don't even know how to actually prescribe medicine for it. And so the people who were talking about it were actually lupus survivors. So I had a big problem reading that about them saying that they gave up, they're becoming alcoholic, dependent on pills, alcohol, and I was just thrown because these people were lupus survivors who were talking about that. Now, you said it was bad, right?
It's terrible.
All right.
Should
So,
never do something like that.
right.
Always consult a physician. All matters be it a hangnail all the way to tuberculosis.
Okay. All right. So I respect your opinion in regards to thinking it's bad, but let's talk about the the big pimp of them all who supplies drugs. That would be the pharmaceutical companies. These pharmaceutical companies, they make a fortune making drugs that they hope that will help you. And if you watch these commercials on when they advertise for these drugs that they are releasing, they say they help this, they help that, they help this, and they help that. And then the negatives go like this. You may suffer a heart attack. You could go into some sort of depression. Oh, if you're both
Side
starting.
effects.
Okay. So these big pimp daddies of the drug industry, right, are accepted, okay, in regards to it's okay to take these pills. But when people decide to self medicate, they people go, oh, that's bad, that's horrible, they shouldn't do that, and they become drug addicts and alcoholics. Now, with that being said, I think that both of them are bad, okay? But I don't want you talking about like you put one in one hand and say, okay, because I'm taking a drug from which was prescribed to me, I'm better than if I self medicate and I take alcohol and I take I don't know, maybe ibuprofen over the counter. I don't know what they're taking and what they were mentioning pills, but to me, I don't think the loopies should be talking about and say, "Oh, that's terrible," and how it's sad or what have you that they're doing that. They're self medicating instead of saying, "Okay, I see my sister or my brother loopy who is had look like they're over indulging in drinking and taking pills or whatever the case may be. Maybe I can reach out and help them." So, but my point here that I'm trying to make is like, don't act like just because you're taking a prescription drug that is better than somebody self medicating by alcohol and drugs. Because that prescription drug that you're taking is just as bad to me than alcohol and taking pills over the counter or whatever they're taking.
But they even tell doctors, professionals, not to self medicate. I mean, you've seen the show Rosewood. You just don't do it.
Yeah, that's true. You don't. But the thing is that lupus, again, is a mystery disease, okay? It's a mystery. No one knows. And people are just hoping that they're taking the right drug to help you. And still, many of us are dying from it. They're just dying. So apparently, taking that drug is not balancing or, to me, helping the situation. Sure, you have your people who are medical professionals who are prescribing these drugs and I guess trying to help and guessing what to do to help out. Understood. But don't put down the person who decides that they want to self-medicate. Now, I don't know if they're taking drugs from a prescription or whatever the case may be. I'm not really sure.
Over the counter.
I just say that instead of, saying, oh, I see them do it all the time, it's terrible that they're self-medicating. To me, I don't think it's too terrible to self-medicate due towards the fact that they're both are equal to me. The only thing is that you got the pimp daddies watching over you from the pharmaceutical companies. So I say, if you do see your brother Loopy or your sister Loopy doing it, and it looks like it's out of control, they're just getting drunk and they're just not living life, and they're taking drugs to the extent where it's going to kill them or something to that effect, reach out. Reach out to them and check on them. See what's going on. Reach out to them. Don't talk about them and say, oh, that's terrible, and I agree that it's so terrible. Reach out to them. Because right now, my loopy friends, you and me and the ones who do take prescription drugs, but I don't take it. I don't take prescription drugs. But you and me and the ones who are self-medicating, to me, they sit in the same boat. The only difference is they got pimp daddy pharmaceutical companies covering their ass. That's it.
It's so funny when you say, every time you say that, I think about the Bishop Don magic wand and and the little symbol on his fur coat with the snake around the cross and the big chalice. Oh, man. Well, don't make fun of big pharmaceutical like that. They're not that bad.
They're
right?
bad. They're bad because they're killing.
They do something good.
They're killing people every day. Hey, how about the ones who do get the drugs and decide, okay, I'm hurting, and they forget that they took their medication and all that kind of stuff, and they take their meds, and it kills them too. Now, mind you, there are a lot of deaths, okay, with people who have had chronic diseases, right? And I'm talking outside of lupus, who are prescribed these pills such as Ambien, painkillers such as oxycodone, things to that nature, and have killed themselves over there by over-medicating, okay? So to me, over-medicating, self-medicating, pimp daddy pharmaceutical companies, all the same bullshit, okay? That's what I'm saying. And I'm done this morning with this whole entire thing, okay?
Have my money.
I'm done this morning about talking about it, but I had to get it out there. So I'm going to say, you guys have a nice day. Actually, I did this on the 4th of July, so happy 4th of July. And I will talk to you soon. This is Cynthia, your lupus activist here, and you guys have a great 4th of July.
Beady body bo boo.